Hello and welcome back to another one of my FPL videos. I am the FPL Train, and in this video I'm going to be showing you my team selection ahead of game week 18, which of course starts on Thursday night. So that's the first Thursday night football we've got this season. Obviously it's because Christmas is literally around the corner on Monday, so we've got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday all for game week 18, and then game week 19 will start up again on the Tuesday. So we've literally just got one day off. So with game week 18, I will only have one free transfer for this game week, and I'm pretty confident about what I want to do with my team ahead of game week 18. But obviously, things can change in the next few days. But before we go through my team for game week 18, let's look back on game week 17 and see how I got on. So then, as you can see on screen, I did score 60 points overall in this game week. Now, I did take a -4 hit, so it was actually 56 points, but nevertheless, I still came away with a green arrow. It was a small one, but nevertheless, I did score a green arrow in this game week, which I've got to be happy about. I actually was over 1.1 million, just over 1.1 million in this game week in terms of rank, which, to be fair, considering there's over 10.4 million, I did pretty well considering it was only 56 points. I felt like I was doing bad, but especially because of my captaincy pick, but I'll go through that later. But yeah, I've got to be happy with 56 points and a green arrow. So, as you can see then, with my goalkeeping situation, I had the Braga in goal. Aurelio, he is back at West Ham, but he was on the bench again. So, he was on the bench midweek, and now he's in the bench again, which is a little frustrating because West Ham actually scored a clean sheet and he weren't taking part in that game. But, nevertheless, the Braga, my starting goalkeeper, got me a nice clean sheet, which felt good. Got me a save point as well. No bonuses, which is a shame, but I'm definitely taking a clean sheet from my goalkeeper because it's been absolutely shocking in terms of goalkeeping picks for me so far. So definitely going to take those 7 points. Really happy with that. So with my defenders, as you can see, I made a transfer in the defence. Now, leading up to the game week 17, I said I was going to be taking out Tyreek Mitchell and bringing in Diazy. I was going to say Diaz then, but it's Diazy. I changed my mind at the last minute because we had news that Tyreek Mitchell was in fact going to be fit again for Crystal Palace. Even though he was going to play Man City, I felt like I'd rather have Mitchell, who starts week in, week out, whereas Matty Cash is on the bench most weeks. Trust my luck though, Matty Cash actually started in this game week, which was really frustrating. Thankfully Brentford did score, but even then, Matty Cash did come away with a point extra than Mitchell. But Matty Cash is not really much of a long-term pick because you can't just really figure out if he's going to start or not. So I decided to keep Mitchell and go with Diazy. I said Diaz again then. What's wrong with me? But yeah, Tyreek Mitchell only came with 1 point. He did play the full 90, which is good in terms of his fitness. Obviously, I wasn't expecting any more than 1 point, if I'm being honest, when you're going up against Man City at the Etihad. But yeah, 1 point it was for him. Diazy, I'm really happy with his 6 points. Bit frustrating he didn't get any bonus points like Badiashile and obviously Thiago Silva. Both of those got 2 bonus points for this game week, whereas Diazy came away with 0. So could have had 8 points if I picked one of those two. Didn't happen and I went with Diazy, but I was really happy with our 6. And I've got an lie though. I was watching Gillette Soccer Saturday and obviously waiting for the team news to come in. And I had panic, so I just wasn't 100% sure he was going to start. But he did start, played 90 minutes and got a clean sheet. Simicast also got a clean sheet. Now, I did expect Liverpool to win. Weren't so confident that they could keep a clean sheet, if I'm being honest, but they did. And Simicast even came away with a bonus point, which I'm really happy about. I did think he was going to get assists in this game, but the game was poor overall. But I'm definitely going to be taking, obviously, those 7 points. With my midfield, bit random, really. Or I say random, hot and cold, let's say. But basically, one guy did well and the others did terrible. So, Sloboslaya, I mean, look, I said it again and I'll say it before. Well, I said it before and I'll say it again, should I say. He's not somebody I want in my team. He's been poor for me. He got the goal of the week, which I was really happy about with Sheffield United, but nothing again since. 3 points with him. Went off early again for Liverpool. Disappointing. Not somebody I want in my team long term, but at the minute, I can't really get rid of him at this present time. I could really get rid of him now, but I'm undecided on what I want to do with him at the moment. He's an inconvenience for me. If he was Mohamed Salah, it would be so much easier. But he is not him. And he's just one of those guys where you watch him play and he plays all right, but you always expect him to do better. And he's not doing it right now and he's just disappointing. Saka only got 3 points from me. He did get an assist during the game, then it was taken away from him, which is frustrating, but he's so highly owned. I don't really think he'll do much difference to my rank anyway. So yeah, just the 3 points from him, which was disappointing. Cole Palmer, though, on the other hand, absolutely smashed it for us this game week against Sheffield United. Got the goal and the assist, and of course, 3 bonus points. Obviously, in hindsight, I should have kept him down as my captain. I had him as my captain last week. No fault of my own, though, for that one. But I should have just hung on to him, kept him on as captain. I bottled that one because of the poor performance last week, and you just don't know what's going to turn up. Well, who's going to turn up for Chelsea? But he absolutely smashed it and got 14 points overall, which can't complain with that, really. So happy with that. Heung-min Son, only 2 points. Played on the left again, though, for obviously Spurs against Forest. Now, it's always going to be tough to play Forest at Forest, but they got 2 goals, and I was kind of expecting a little bit more from Son. So, yeah, really disappointing with his performance there. Hopefully, he can do better. With my strikers, I mean, look at that. I had Darwin Núñez as my captain. I went for the gamble. I, like everybody else, expected Liverpool to batter Man United, score about 4 or 5 goals. And obviously, I don't own Mohamed Salah, and I needed a captain from Liverpool. And I weren't fancying Szoboszlai. I mean, in hindsight there, maybe I should have gone for Tsimikas, but I expected Man United to score, so I was really just hoping that he got something, which I weren't too confident about, if I'm being honest. Whereas Darwin Núñez, I expected him to start. He did. And I was hopeful, if anything, he'll get a return, and he didn't. He really didn't. He came close to getting a touch, but no. It's just same old, isn't it, with Darwin? He got a yellow card, and I got 2 points in the end, so absolutely shocking yet again from Darwin Núñez, and I really, really regret bringing in my team, which is unfortunate. And then Ollie Watkins, great performance from him, got a goal, 3 bonus points. Obviously, I brought him in this game week, so that is Watkins and De Zerbi I brought in for this game week. They scored a total of 15 points in this game week, so I took a -4 hit, so plus 11 there. I've got to be really happy with that. So my transfers for this game week really worked out perfectly for me. So yeah, really happy to get Ollie Watkins in. He's absolutely getting, destroyed right now in terms of price. It's going up and up and up. People are bringing him left, right and centre, and you can understand why. Aston Villa look awesome, and their next fixture is incredible. You've got to have Ollie Watkins in for the next game week. But yeah, really happy with that performance. And then Dominic Solanke, he got the goal until obviously the collapse of Lockyer. Did I say that right? Lockyer. But yeah, hopefully it looks like he's going to be okay. Get well soon to him. We don't know yet what's going to happen with Solanke's points. The Premier League, Fantasy League, Premier League obviously put on Twitter they're going to leave this game week open. What that means, we don't know. They're going to give us some more information later on. But yeah, we're going to restart the game from minute 1, they said. So what happens to Solanke's points, we don't know. But I'm happy to have Solanke in my team because he's done really well recently. And their fixtures don't look too bad at all for Bournemouth. So yeah, really happy with Solanke's performance before what happened. So yeah, 6 points from him. 56 points overall with the -4 hit that I had. So yeah, got to be happy with the green arrow. So yeah, we move forward onto game week 18. Now then, let's go through my team then for game week 18. And like I said earlier in the video, I only have 1 free transfer. And I'm pretty confident on what I'm going to be doing with that free transfer. But nevertheless, let's go through the goalkeepers as you can see on screen. And it's pretty straightforward really. I'm going to go for Dubravka instead of Areola. Areola, I don't know if he's fully fit yet. He's been on the bench the last few times for West Ham. And obviously Fabianski did keep that clean sheet against Wolves in game week 17. So will David Moyes replace him and bring him back in, Areola? I'm not so sure. But either way, he's got Man United where Dubravka, he's obviously going to be starting. And he's got Luton away. Now, probably not the best time to play Luton with what happened in game week 17 with Luton as captain. So maybe it isn't the best time to play him. But I'm going to go with him anyway because for sure he is going to be starting in goal for Newcastle. And I do kind of expect them to win despite what's happened. Obviously, I expect Luton to go full out and do everything they can for their captain in game week 18. But we'll have to see. But I'm going to be going with Dubravka ahead of Areola. So then with the defence, it's going to be a back 3. I'm not going for a 4 or 5 man defence. There's no point because defences are not keeping clean sheets. Obviously, Charlie Taylor's got a decent fixture against Fulham, but it is going to be at Craven Cottage, so I don't see Burnley keeping a clean sheet, really. And Tyreek Mitchell's got a tough game against Brighton, so he'll also be left on my bench. Dezazi of Chelsea, he's got Wolves away. Now, Wolves didn't score, obviously, against West Ham, so I'm kind of hoping that can continue with Chelsea keeping a clean sheet. He kept the clean sheet in Game Week 17. Hopefully, he'll keep it again, but it is going to be away from home for Chelsea this time. And obviously, Chelsea are very unpredictable, so I'm not so confident, but I'm more confident than I'm not confident. So I'd say I'm 60% confident that he can keep a clean sheet. Kieran Trippier is also going to be back in my team after his suspension. Luton away, so it's double Newcastle defence for Luton away. Like I said before, Luton are going to be doing everything they can for their captain, who's obviously not going to be played in this game week, who obviously I hope is going to be all well for the future, and hopefully one day he can be back playing football. But for now, I do think hopefully Newcastle can really spoil the party, if I'm being honest, because I need those clean sheets really. So hopefully it's double clean sheet for me. I do think Trippier will get at least an assist possibly in this game. This is one of the games at the start of the season where you look at and you think that he could get double figures, Trippier, but we'll have to see. It's a big game for Luton, so I'm not 100% confident. Really, it's like Dezazi. I'm probably 60% confident in Trippier. And then finally, Tsimikas, tough fixture this is, Arsenal at home. I've gone for Tsimikas ahead of Taylor and Mitchell just for the hopeful reasons of him getting possibly possible assist. I don't think he's going to get a clean sheet. It's a possible assist. That's all really. That is it. I think he will start ahead of Gomez because that's how Klopp needs to set up. So yeah, I'm not expecting clean sheets, possible assists, but yeah. On this one, it's more of a 20% confidence-wise with Tsimikas. But yeah, like I said before, he is somebody I might think about getting rid of, but for now, he's in there. And so then, with my midfield, I'm going for a 4-man midfield. So I'm dropping Sloboslai to the bench, and I'm bringing in Douglas Luiz. Sloboslai's got Arsenal at home. It's a tough fixture. He's going off early too many times for me, so I'm going to put him on my bench. He is a possibility of being transferred out, but for now, I'm going to put him on my bench because his replacement, Douglas Luiz, has got a great fixture. He's back from suspension. Sheffield United at home is one of the best fixtures to have. He's on penalties for Aston Villa, so I'm hopeful they get a penalty. He takes it and scores, because obviously he is my differential in this team, so let's fingers crossed that he gets something in this game. Saka, on the other hand, has got a much tougher fixture against Liverpool at Anfield. I'm not confident really at all. This could be 0-0 or 2-2. Let's just hope he gets something in the game, but I'm not confident with him. I'm not really that confident with Palmer either. I'm hopeful we'll get the same kind of returns in 17, but Wolves away is a much difficult fixture than it was against Sheffield United at home. Obviously, Chelsea are a hot and cold team. You don't know what team's going to turn up. Palmer's turned up most of the time. He is on penalties as well, so let's hope he gets something in this game week. I'm more hopeful, though, that he doesn't get a yellow card, because I would hate for him to be suspended for game week 19. And then finally, I've got Son. He's got Everton at home, which is a tough fixture. They're in form, Everton. And I don't want to see Son really play on the left wing role. I'm hoping he plays more central in game week 18. But I do think he'll stick him on that left wing role, because it did work against Forest in game week 17. But you can only hope, really. Son's been class this season. Hopefully we'll get the same kind of returns that he did in 16. But I'm not that confident, really. So let's just hope that he can get it and smash it. Because Everton, on paper, is nice, but they are in form. But let's hope Spurs stop that form. They are going to be at home, so let's be hopeful with this one, if anything. Finally, then, onto the strikers. So it's going to be a 3-man strike partnership. Starting us off with Ollie Watkins, who will be my captain for game week 18. He is in form this season. He has been unbelievable this season. Sensational, some might say. So, with that being said, he's got Sheffield United at home. Probably the easiest fixture on the calendar for him. So that just sets him up to blank, doesn't it? It really does. I would not be surprised if he blanks. It's just the best fixture to have as a captaincy. So, Ollie Watkins is my captain. I'm hopefully gets a few goals, but I won't be surprised if he blanks, because it's just too perfect of a fixture for him. But yeah, it's a great fixture to have Ollie Watkins. I'm starting Darwin Núñez, so I could have dropped him or Sloboslai. Obviously, Nunes could be dropped in this game. I'm hoping he starts, but it's a tough game. I'm going for a striker ahead of a midfielder, really. I'm not expecting much from either Nunes or Szoboszlai, really. I could take either one of them out for this game week, but for now, I'm going to leave them in. But yeah, it is a tough game. I'm just hoping, because it's going to be at Anfield, they do something. But obviously, that just happened against Man United, and they didn't. But yeah, it's top versus second, I believe, in the table. So it's a big game. So anything could happen in this game. Hopefully, he also doesn't get a yellow card, because he's one yellow card as well away from a suspension as well. So that would be frustrating. And then finally, Solanke's got Forest away. Tough games to go to Forest, but obviously Forest, they're not looking great this season. It's not looking as good as I expected so far. Their home form is better than their away form, but Bournemouth are in great form. Solanke's in great form. Purple patch for his career for sure. So let's hope he smashes it against Forest. Obviously, he should have some fresh legs. He had some extra rest. He only played 60 minutes against Luton. So let's hope he goes all out against Forest. It will be a tough fixture. Like some of the other players, I'm probably 60% confident that he'll do well. But yeah, that is how my team is going to be set up for Game Week 18. So obviously, I haven't made a transfer for this game week. Now, the reason why is because there's no standout fixture for me personally on who I want to bring in. So you could say Aston Villa. So who would I take out? Possibly Tsimikas is the guy that I'll take out this game week and bring in possibly a Pau Torres, like I mentioned in my transfer plans video in yesterday's video. But that is probably the one that I'm thinking about most. It's Sheffield United at home. It's game week 18. It's pretty much a certainty for a clean sheet, really, there, in my opinion. Where Tsimikas has a much tougher fixture against Arsenal at home. But now my luck, game week 19, where he has Burnley, he'll absolutely destroy them and get a 15-point haul. But that is the one area I'm looking at. Obviously, I've got, like I mentioned before, I've got the likes of Palmer and Nunes on 4 yellow cards, so they could get a suspension. So out of the two, Darwin Nunes would be the player that I look at getting rid of. But the player I want to bring in would be Erling Haaland back. And obviously, game week 18, he's going to be blanking. He's back for 19, but I'll have to watch that Saudi thing he's going to, the Club World Cup thing, whatever it is. See if he plays in those games. If he doesn't play in those games, I'll have to really consider what to do with him in game week 19, Haaland. But that's the reason why I don't want to make a transfer. I want to roll a transfer for 18 into 19 because I want to bring Erling Haaland in for game week 19, providing that he's going to be fit. So then, that is going to be my team then for game week 18. Let me know what you think of this team. Let me know what transfers you're thinking about doing. Should I make a transfer? I'm not so sure. Let me know what you think. Please don't forget to like this video, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all on the next one.